Reframing is a technique used to shift your mindset so you're able to look at a situation from a different perspective. When you can reframe a thought, the meaning changes and thinking and behavior often change along with it. So today I'm going to teach you some reframing techniques that can help you overcome habits you no longer want. But first, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you like learning new ways to heal through holistic lifestyle habits. And hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Reframing is just like learning a new skill. It can be used to change the way you think, feel, and behave. So it's a great technique for getting rid of habits you don't want. The first reframing technique I want to discuss is shifting your perspective. Your emotions have a lot to do with how you perceive something. The emotions that you feel or the thoughts that you think are often rooted in old patterns that no longer serve you. When you can reframe a thought, you can break those thinking patterns over time, leaving you feeling better and creating healthier habits. So let's say you want to stop late night snacking, but you are hesitant to try because you keep thinking of all the times you failed before. To reframe your perspective about this habit, first you want to get to the root of why you failed in the past. Was it because you kept tempting foods in the house? Or maybe it was because you didn't have a good plan going into it to begin with. Maybe you were just winging it, or maybe you were under a lot of stress at the time. There are so many possible reasons it didn't stick. But the good news is you can learn from the past and use it to have success with breaking the habit now. So instead of thinking that you won't be able to stop late night snacking because you failed in the past, figure out why, and then you can start telling yourself why it will work this time. You might think something like this now. This time it will work because I have a detailed plan. Any of those perspectives may or may not be true, but the key is to interrupt your fear of failing so you are much more likely to overcome the habit. And this brings me to the second technique. Focus on the new habit you desire to do instead of the one that you want to break. When you want to break a habit, chances are you focus on the action you no longer want to do. The problem with this is that you may increase your motivation to do the habit you want to stop because the brain is optimized for acting rather than stopping yourself from acting. So when you no longer want to do the habit, focus on what you are going to do instead of the undesired habit. This is training your brain to focus on the new positive habit instead of focusing on the old negative habit. For example, if you want to stop eating dessert after dinner, instead of telling yourself don't eat dessert after dinner, focus on what habit you're going to do instead. After dinner, I am going on a walk. Reframing your habits in this way will help you get the outcome that you want. The third reframing technique will help you break self-limiting beliefs that keep you stuck. One of the most self-limiting thoughts involves negative self-talk. We tend to focus on the traits that we don't like about ourselves or reasons we're not capable of achieving some goal. Not only does this thinking lead you to feel bad about yourself, it also causes you to adopt a fixed mindset. This fixed way of thinking has you believe that you have limitations that you cannot change. To change this internal conversation, you can acknowledge your limitations, but instead of letting them stop you from taking action, focus on ways you can improve your ability. When I was diagnosed with diabetes, my knowledge on the disease was limited, but I knew that I didn't want to live with it for the rest of my life, so I started learning all that I could about the health condition. As I understood the disease better and started understanding the root cause, I was able to keep my blood sugar in a normal range. If I had had a fixed mindset and believed that there was nothing I could do because I didn't know enough, then I would have stayed diabetic. The reframing techniques we discussed today can help you deconstruct unhelpful thoughts and rebuild them in a more balanced and accurate way. Restructuring your thoughts helps interrupt negative thinking patterns that may be holding you back from breaking unwanted habits or achieving a goal. When you make these techniques a habit, it can improve your self-confidence as well as reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. And if you are looking for more ways to overcome habits you no longer want, check out my Cravings to Confidence course. The link is in the description box. Let me know in the comments which technique was most helpful. Don't forget to like the video and share it with someone else you think would benefit from it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Monday.